First and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High Yahweh in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. And this quick lesson is on the Day of Simon. Why do we celebrate the Day of Simon? Let's just get straight into it. We're going to read. All right, so we're reading from 1 Maccabees chapter 13. That's 1 Maccabees chapter 13. Let's read. This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 13, verse 1. Now, when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judea and destroy it, and saw that the people was in great trembling and fear, he went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together and gave them exhortation, saying, Ye know yourselves, know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and troubles which we have seen. Verse 4. By reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone. Verse 5. Now therefore be it far from me that I should spare mine own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren. Verse 6. Doubtless I will avenge my nation and the sanctuary and our wives and our children, and all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Verse 7. Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived, and they answered with a loud voice, saying, Thou shalt be our leader instead of Judas and Jonathan thy brother. Fight thou our battles, and whatsoever thou commandest us, that we will do. So there was like, yo, straight up and down. We ain't want Judas to be our leader. You gonna be our leader. Whatever you said, that's what we gonna do. All right, verse 10. So then he gathered together all the men of war and made haste to finish the walls of Jerusalem, and he fortified it round about. So what happened was now, so they gathered all the men together. They did it quickly. So they made the walls of Jerusalem. They built it up, finished it. All right. So they fortified it. They made it strong. All right. Powerful wall. All right. Verse 11. And he sent Jonathan, the son of Absalom, and with him a great power to Joppa, who casting out them that were therein remained there in it. So Tryphon removed from Plotamus with a great power to invade the land of Judea, and Jonathan with him in what? But Simon pitched his tents at Adida over against the plain. Verse 14. Now when Tryphon knew that Simon was risen up instead of his brother Jonathan, and meant to join battle with him, he sent messengers unto him, saying, so let's find out what he said when he sent the messengers to go check for him, right? Let's find out what he said. Verse 15. Whereas we have Jonathan thy brother in hold, it is for money that he is owing unto the king's treasure concerning the business that was committed unto him. So he sent messengers, and then messengers was like, yo, we got your brother, and you know what I'm saying, because for the reason of money, he owed money to the king, all right, concerning some business that was given unto him. So he owed the king money. Watch this, verse 16. Wherefore now send 100 talents of silver and 2 of his sons for hostages, that when he is at liberty, he may not revolt from us, and we will let him go. Straight up and down. They was trying to exploit that. They was like, yo, send 100 talents of silver, right? 2 of his sons for hostages, right? So when he's free, he's not going to revolt from us, and we're going to let him go. Check this out now. Verse 17 says, hereupon Simon, albeit he perceived that they spake deceitfully. So he was trying to figure out, like, yo, these dudes is lying. These dudes is not being truthful. They're saying just like, yo, bring 100 talents of silver, 2 sons for hostages, and then they're going to let him go? Nah, that ain't sound accurate. That sounds sketchy. So he was thinking, so Simon was thinking, that sounds sketchy. All right, watch this. So hereupon Simon, albeit he perceived that they spake deceitfully unto him, yet he sent the money and the children, lest peradventure he should procure him to himself great hatred of the people. So he did it. Even though it sounds sketchy, right? He still gave them what they asked for. Check this out. Let's read on. Verse 18. It says, who might have said, because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead. So he sent them the children and the 100 talents, howbeit Tryphon disassembled, neither would he let Jonathan go. Verse 20. And after this came Tryphon to invade the land and destroy it, going round about by the way that leadeth unto Adorah. But Simon and his host marched against him in every place wheresoever he went. Now that they were in the tower, sent messengers unto Tryphon to the end that he should hasten his coming unto them by the wilderness, and send them victuals. Verse 22. Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night, but there fell a very great snow. So snow was falling when this was happening, right? By reason whereof he came not. So he departed and came into the country of Galaad. Verse 23. And when he came near to Bascama, he slew Jonathan, who was buried there. Afterward, Tryphon returned and went to his own land. Let's read verse 25. So we're just reading the account of what happened. All right? So verse 25. Then sent Simon, and he took the bones of Jonathan his brother, and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers. And all Israel made great lamentation for him, and bewailed him many days. Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his father and his brethren, and raised it aloft to the site with hewn stone behind and before. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against the other, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren. And in these he made cunning devices, about the which he set great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that sail on the sea. So you see, he made these cunning devices, right? Right? On these 7 pyramids. All right, check this out. Verse 30 says, let's read verse 30. This is the sepulchre which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day. Now Tryphon dealt deceitfully with the young king Antiochus, and slew him, and he reigned in his stead, and crowned himself king of Asia, and brought a great calamity upon the land. Then Simon built up the strongholds in Judea, and fenced them about with high towers and great walls, and gates and bars, and laid up victuals therein. Verse 34. Moreover, Simon chose men, and sent to King Demetrius, to the end he should give the land an immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil. Unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner. Let's read what he wrote. Watch this. Verse 36 says, King Demetrius unto Simon, the high priest, and friend of kings, as also unto the elders and nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. The golden crown and the scarlet robe, which ye sent to us, we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you. Yea, and to write unto our officers to confirm the immunities which we have granted. And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand. And the strongholds which ye have builded shall be your own. As for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive it, and the crown tax also which ye owe us, and if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall be no more paid. So in the letter, basically, they was getting a pass. All right? They were getting a pass. You get that? Verse 40. And look, who are meet among you to be with, and look, who are meet among you to be in our court, let them be enrolled, and let there be peace betwixt us. Verse 41. Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away. Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in the 170th year. Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts in the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and leader of the Jews. In those days, Simon camped against Gaza and besieged it round about. He made also an engine of war and set it by the city, and battered a certain tower and took it. Verse 44. And they that were in the engine leaped into the city, whereupon there was a great uproar in the city. Watch this. Verse 45. Insomuch as the people of the city rent their clothes and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace. And they said, Deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy. So Simon was appeased toward them, and fought no more against them, but put them out of the city, and cleansed the houses wherein the idols were, and so entered into it with songs and thanksgiving. So Simon, all right, so what he did, he fought against them no more, right? But instead what he did was he kicked them out. He kicked them out the city, all right? And then he cleansed the houses where those idols were. All right, so then he started to give thanks and praise to the Most High after he kicked them out of the city and he cleansed those houses. All right, let's read verse 48 now. So you see that? Kick them out and then give the Most High thanks and praise. You understand that? All praises. Let's read on verse 48. Yea, he put all uncleanness out of it, and placed such men there as would keep the law, and made it stronger than it was before, and built therein a dwelling place for himself. They also of the tower in Jerusalem were kept so straight that they could neither come forth nor go into the country, nor buy, nor sell, wherefore they were in great distress for want of victuals, and a great number of them perished through famine. So you see that? So those that was in the tower in Jerusalem, right? They couldn't come forth. They couldn't go into the country. They couldn't buy. They couldn't sell, right? A famine came. A great number of them perished. Watch this, verse 50. Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from pollutions. So he regained the stronghold of the tower, man. He regained the stronghold of the tower, put them out, kicked them out. All right. Verse 51 says, and entered into it the 23rd day. So the 23rd day of the second month. All right. So it says, and entered into it the 23rd day of the second month. All right. In the 171st year with thanksgiving. So that's the reason why we celebrate that on the 23rd day of the second month. All right. So tomorrow at sundown, we're going to be celebrating the Day of Simon. All right. So we're supposed to be singing, dancing, giving thanks. Watch this. Look at this. Let's read verse 51. Sorry, we just read verse 51. Well, we started it. So it says, and entered into it the 23rd day of the second month in the 170th year and first year with thanksgiving and branches of palm trees and with harps and cymbals and viols. And viols is like violins, right? And hymns and songs, because there was destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. You understand that? So the reason why we celebrate that with songs and dancing and harps and cymbals, violins, every instrument you could think of, right? Singing hymns, songs, is because there was destroyed a great enemy out of Israel. That's something to give the Most High thanks and praise for. That's something to celebrate for. That's something to just, you know what I mean, go all out for the Most High for. You know what I'm saying? It's thanks and praise. He always delivers us out of the hands of our enemies. That's something to give praise to the Most High for. You understand? So tomorrow at sundown, okay, it's going to be at 7 p.m. at the TOC school. We're going to meet up. All right. We're going to give thanks and praise to the Most High. All right. We're going to, you could bring your own refreshments. You could, bring what you like to eat, bring what you like to snack, bring what you like to feast on. All right. We're going to have wine. All right. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have singing, dancing, you name it, man. We're going to give thanks to the Most High for Him defeating our enemy for us, because it's all through the Spirit of the Most High. We didn't do it on our own. We had the Spirit of the Most High on us to do that. You understand that? Verse 52 says, He ordained also that they should be kept every year with gladness. So we keep that year every year with gladness. We keep that day every single year with gladness. So tomorrow is a time to be happy, it's a time to be glad, be cheerful. All right? It says, moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower he made stronger than it was. And there he dwelt himself with his company. And when Simon saw that John, his son, was a valiant man, he made him a captain of all the hosts, and he dwelt in Gazera. So finally, it's like verse 51 says, we gotta be giving thanks and praise for the Most High defeating our enemy, right? Through spirit, cymbals, violins, branches. They had branches of palm trees. They were celebrating. It was a big party. So likewise, it says every year we keep that day with a great celebration, with a great party. So come in the spirit tomorrow, fam. You understand? Because that's something to give the Most High all praise, all glory, all honor. All right, for. All right, so that was just a quick rundown. Day of Simon, something to be very, very happy for. All right, so I ain't gonna take too long on this one. This is your brother, Captain Messiah. I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, my TOC family. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Giving the Most High all thanks and praise for that. All right. Shalom. Peace.